Howdy. What I want to talk about today are these three animations. Bum, bum, bum. They are all continuing to explore the use of a varied grid or design of lighting gels on a light table so that the light is coming up from behind. And as the animation moves and changes, the light that is accessible by each cutout section varies. So the light animates as the structure animates. First one, probably most straightforward. It's just messing with a bit of the starting and stopping. I opted for making the exposure lower so that it's really focused in on just the lit up sections. And what I realized with that, the brighter sections you tend to think as being the front of whatever is moving, and so I did a lot of reversal of the animation because the darkest part is the part closest to you, and that's the section that's making the most movement away from the density of light. It looked a little bit weird. It looks less intuitive when you play it in sequence where the top is moving further and further away from that light source. The next one was this animation. Again, pretty similar to some other explorations that I had with this iteration of things, but this one changes it a little bit in a couple ways. One, I shortened it so that the brightness of the light would be greater. So this one is only 12 frames. Something that I found with this animation was that because the circles are in such close proximity, that you see a lot more of the light sort of shining through sections because the paper isn't on 100% opaque. When you have that light table so close, it's doing what it's intended to do of allowing you to see through the paper a little bit. So when you have these sort of shapes that have a varied proximity and the distance is very minimal, you have a lot of the light shining through. And so I haven't really figured it out, but that was something that was interesting that came about in that animation. In the most recent animation, it's the same math that I've used before of advancing and sort of, I've been calling it worm movement, more a caterpillar or an inchworm. Main thing with this animation is that I changed the structure of the lighting gels. Instead of being a series of strips laid out in a grid, I made a circle, and it's not crazy apparent, but you can see a little bit in the animation that there's sort of a offset circle because the movement of the stills is such that the perspective is at an angle. So if you're looking at it head on and you have this light behind it, it's not going to appear directly where it is, but follow these sort of pathways out. And so if you look at the animation from a wide shot, you can sort of see this pattern, but offset. You would see if it's here, it would be sort of up and over to the top right because the pathway of the light is in that direction. That's what I've been messing with, some different gradients, lights, positions, seeing how the light plays with the paper from behind. That's it for today. Adios.